Hello YouTubers, you're watching Just Do It Yourself channel, and today we have 2016 Nissan Murano, and we will be replacing front struts on this SUV. So let's get started. We will start from removing the wheel. Right, to get the wheel off you need 21mm socket, and if you have power tool, I'll leave all the links and parts. Links for parts and tools in the description, so you can order your struts on Amazon. So wheel removed. We have now access to all the bits and pieces connected to that strut. Okay, so here we'll need to remove this sway bar link. We'll need to move all those rubber grommets and brake line out of the way. We'll need to remove those two big knuckle bolts, so we'll just apply a little bit of WD-40, and that should be it for under the in this wheel well. So we'll get started on this. Okay, so I went ahead and removed this sway bar link. So I had 3/4 place for a wrench to hold it in the back. And this was 18mm. Yours might be different, so have a spare in your pocket just in case you cannot remove. So you'll need a new sway bar link. So then we will undo those ABS line rubber grommets. Next we will push this brake line clip off, and we'll get the line out. So that's all good. Okay, now we'll undo all two major bolts. 22. We will leave a bolt for now in, just temporarily. Under the hood it gets a little bit more interesting. So we have one bolt, we have clear access to that. We have the other one. We'll need to check if maybe there's access to the third one. Okay, so after you remove this little cover, you will see there is access to the third bolt. So we actually don't need to remove all this panel. Okay, so those are 13mm bolts. So we will get started with the worst one. I'll get this loose and this loose. Okay, I'll try to use power tool, see if it probably won't work. In the meantime, I have supported the wheel knuckle with bottle jack, so it's not pulling on the strut. So those two are out. Oops. So that last one we need to do is a little 3/8 ratchet. It's too tight. Switch back to the bigger one. I'll just pause. Alright, so the last bolt is out and I said it is a little bit rusty. So now we can pull the strut out. As I mentioned, I have a little bottle jack underneath, which doesn't seem to be necessary. Though, one thing to be cognizant about is you don't want your CV axle split. So when you pull the strut out, make sure that your knuckle doesn't go out too far, because that will stretch your axle too much and it might disengage inside. Alright, so I have this bungee cord that will basically prevent the wheel knuckle falling too far away from where it's supposed to be. So we'll remove the last bolt. And just pull the strut out. Okay, so here's the new strut. You never want to touch this nut. We'll remove those bolts. And we'll get it in place the same way as we did the one before. So push it up. Alright, so getting it in might be a little bit trickier, so it's nice if somebody is at the top and can get those bolts started. So I have started 2 of them. So now I just need to push this knuckle a bit down. And my jack was actually causing more problems than helping. So now it's all in place. Okay, so now we'll install the bolts. So we have put some Loctite, blue Loctite, like those. Bolts come with originally with lock nuts, though after second use that lock nut might not be as performant, so we will get blue Loctite. Get it snug. We'll do the bottom bolt. Get the snug too. So after this job is done, we'll need to do wheel alignment, obviously. Now we can torque this. Now we will torque them to 110 foot-pounds. Same for the bottom one. Need the grab extension. That's all good. So now we will get this brake line in place. We will get our ABS cable attached. And we will get the sway bar link attached. We'll need to grease it at the end. It's greasable. So now, because on the other side the strut is a little bit shorter, I need to put some pressure to get this in. We'll get this tight. So as I mentioned, I had 3/4 hold in place. The other side, and that was 18 mil. Right, so now we'll remove the bungee cord. So under the hood we have 2 bolts already started. We will start the third one, and we will actually get those tight when the car is seated back on wheels, so it's pushing the strut up, so we don't need to stretch those bolts too much. So we'll get just them finger tight, then we will lower the vehicle and get them torqued. Okay, instead of dropping car on wheels, I still need it up to do the brakes. I have jacked up the knuckle so the spring is compressed on the strut. And now we'll just torque this to 35 foot-pounds. This is not 13 anymore, probably 12. It is 12 indeed. That's 35. That's 35. Do the last one. So in general, the job is not too bad. I was afraid that I will need to remove all this front piece to get to the last bolt, but in this case, Nissan did a good job. I wish they did the same for the transfer case seal and axle. Okay, we're done with this. So now just reinstall this little cover. Reinstall this. And we should be done. The last piece would be to install the wheel and torque it to 80 foot-pounds. But that's it for the strut. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. And as always, just do it yourself. As the final step, we will get the wheel back on. There's a little tiny lug nuts, which I might need to use a socket to get them in. Will this be the most difficult part of the job? Quite possible. Can probably use magnet to get them started too. Right now when it's started, we'll use our impact. The torque on those are 80 foot-pounds. So we'll do 80 foot-pounds with the torque. Crisscross pattern.